Welcome, happy Wednesday night and happy third Wednesday of the month. As you know, the Million Mom Movement is proud to present this Business Power Hour each third Wednesday at 4:30 p.m. Central, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And this is for you to be empowered to expand and grow and develop your Purium business as a member of the Million Mom Movement and with wind beneath your wings. So hashtag we are the Million Mom Movement. And my name is Rebecca Johns. I'm a diamond leader with Purium and have been with the company since 2014. And I'm a proud council member of the Million Mom Movement Council. Some of my colleagues are with me here tonight. So if you are a Million Mom Movement Council member, if you would drop a C in the chat, let's let these beautiful people in the field know who you are. As I said, I've been with the company since 2014, and I came into the company at a time when my health was just devastated. I was at the other side of an ABO, incompatible pregnancy. For those of you who don't know what that means, my son took his father's blood type, which was opposing to mine, and it was undetected, undiagnosed. We went full term. And by the end of that pregnancy, I was a whopping 430 pounds with a devastated immune system. This meant I had diabetes, IBS, arthritis, bursitis, skin disorders, and crippling anxiety, depression. You would not see me talking to any of y'all. If I really didn't have to do anything interacting with people, I wouldn't. And my son, we were told, as a result of that pregnancy and his first few days in ICU with bilirubin level numbers going through the roof, we were told that he would be permanently brain damaged. And I knew that neither of those situations, mine or his, was what I wanted to see happen. I put myself in school to learn cellular health and reconstruction through nutrition. And within a few years, we were improving mildly. But then one day, a friend of mine called me and said, I have a little thing for you to do. It's right up your alley. I want you to do this transformation and get these foods in you and tell me what you think. And he had no idea, after 13 years of having not known what I was going on in my life, he had no idea that what he was going to offer me would save my life. And so I have released 150 pounds. I've reversed all of the diseases. And within days, within days of putting these superfoods in my body, people started to say to me, girl, you are glowing. What are you doing? You're glowing. Even before they saw me healing, they saw me glowing. And for those of you who've been eating these organic, non-GMO superfoods, you know this is high vibration nutrition. You will start having clearer skin, brighter eyes, whiter teeth, better energy. Your posture will be better. You will see and others will notice that there is a shift. And so it made it very easy for me to hand out these $50 gift cards and say, listen, I have something that's up your alley, just like my buddy did me the favor. I've got something up your alley. And by the way, I got a gift card that goes with it. And it has been my privilege to be with the company. Next month will be 6 years. And this year, it's my privilege to be part of the Million Mom Movement. I'm new to the council this year. And some of my colleagues, as I said, are here. They're going to drop C's in the chat box so that you can know who they are. I specifically would like to give a shout out to our chairperson, Stephanie Dawn, who is our fearless leader in the Million Mom Movement and directly in partnership with Amy Venner, the co-founder of Purium. So we've got a ton to go over tonight. I want to remind you, for those, I know some of you might be driving and whatnot, but if you can, please get yourself pen and paper because we are going to work this evening. I'm committed that you get the kind of value out of this evening's call that you can take immediately into your business and begin producing results. And it's interactive. So you can raise your hand to ask questions or put your questions in the chat. I will be as attentive to that as possible. And we are so glad you are here to join us. Stephanie, so glad you're with us tonight. The Million Mom Movement, or as some would say, the movement of many. We are a group of people who share a vision and we're calling on moms and dads and grandparents and caregivers, anybody, educators, influencers, those who can make a difference in their local community. We're out to spread health, well-being, and an economic opportunity around organic superfood nutrition. 1,000 of us in 100 cities helping 10 families eat healthier and live wealthier. So you are part of that, and we're grateful for you. And what we mean when we say economic empowerment is that you are in a space of being sovereign in your ability to financially care for yourselves and your families. We consider that a birthright, just as getting organic, non-GMO food is. So I'd like to begin with asking you a question, and that is, why? Why have you chosen Purium? Why have you chosen Purium health products? And what's the importance of Purium in your life? It was a very serious health situation for me that brought me into the Purium family. I also happen to be in a town called Flint, Michigan. So we've been dealing with toxins in water and recovering from that for years. And so my ABO incompatible pregnancy was just adding fuel to the flame of already poor health. So for me, it really was genuinely the health. The money opportunity became a great bonus, quite literally, but it was health. What is it for you? And if you've got that paper and pen, write it down. Some of you might be so inspired by what brought you in, you might want to even put it in the chat box, and you're welcome to do that. Put in why. What is your why? And your why could be very personal. It could be your health. It could be your money. You might want to get out of debt, right? We have health was first, helping others next. Yes, absolutely. But I'd like you to put a vision to your why. Time, freedom, Carmela, excellent. I'd like you to put a vision to your why. I'd like you to articulate tonight a couple of bullet points about where you're headed and what your ultimate destination is. Some of you may already know that in your I Learn section of your back office, under Getting Started, you can download and print an action plan worksheet. This is a great tool to use for yourself and your team. Or if you're like me, I do an org chart and sketch, my paper's writings everywhere, and I use a dry erase board, and it's very elaborate and involved. I'm a visual kind of chick. But this is something that I want you to be thinking about even for the rest of this month. What is it? What's the impact that you want to be making this month? Hey, Yuki, glad you joined us. What does Aneshka say? My reason why is to be the healthiest version of myself and bringing that to the beings around me. Amen. Financial stability, clean products, time and financial freedom. Absolutely. Now, I'd like you to take that personal reason of yours, and I'd like you to interpret this into an opportunity of sharing. Many times in what we are in our industry of network marketing, if you didn't know, you are in the network marketing industry. Many times we are stopped in really developing ourselves because we're afraid of selling. If you're someone that gets shut down, jammed up, or you hear the word selling and you go, ugh, drop a 1 down there. Just tell the truth and shame the devil tonight. I don't want to sell. I love this stuff, but I do not want to sell. I don't like the feeling of selling. I don't like being sold to. Excellent. Appreciate the transparency. Listen, I can talk about anything, but I don't like selling either. So let me just give you a little freedom around this. We're moms, we're dads, we're caregivers. And just like you find a great sunscreen or a great restaurant or a great family-friendly movie and you're inspired to share, we're really out to share. We're a sharing business. And that's unique in an industry that really does at times have a reputation for pounding selling. I invite you to be a farmer, not a hunter. I invite you to be people who are out in the field planting seeds of awareness, seeds of education, seeds of inspiration, and then watering them. It is up to those seeds and their creator what they really become. But it's a huge opportunity to speak to people about the problems in the world and help them understand that you come with a solution. I believe that this is one of the kindest, most humanitarian gestures that we can make in a world today that is filled with glyphosate and preservatives and food colorings and dyes and other chemicals. We're saturated in our food system. I don't know about you guys, but I was born in '73. I was not breastfed. My mother was dealing with something and on a prescription at the time. I was a 1973 formula baby. Lord only knows what was in that poor quality. I know that my digestive system was troubled by the time I was 1. So we're talking about being providers of solutions for things that people really are suffering from. And when you come from the opportunity and the posture of sharing, you expand your ability to be a difference maker, not a salesperson. And I know that you would not be present if you weren't someone committed to making a difference. Yes, Jody Parker says education and inspiration. Absolutely. So it's an opportunity tonight to get your entrepreneurial mindset in check. This is a chance for you to take your micro franchise of the Purium Health Products business opportunity. That's kind of what I feel like I am, just micro franchise owner. I didn't spend $1 million to get a portion of McDonald's. I spent a piece of my budget to buy a piece of Purium Health Products. And now in my little corner of the world, I can be the essence of Purium Health Products through me. It's personal. You're an entrepreneur with an opportunity to customize your approach and your essence and your energy and how you deliver your message out in the world. But there are some things that we're all going to have in common. Number one, you are giving up the dollars for hour and you're coming into a residual income opportunity. And I want to speak a little bit about that right off the bat. And that is, I want to give you a distinction. It's easy when we're in this business to think that those who we recruit are going to see things the way we see things, do things the way we do things. And if you're someone who's already been recruiting and you have a team developing, if you're already starting to get a little frustrated because people are coming in, but they're not doing what you thought they would do, they seemed excited, but now they're not really doing the work. If you're that person, drop me an F for frustration. Tell me if you're frustrated. You might even be frustrated with yourself. I came into this business opportunity. I thought I was going to be coming in like gangbusters. I'm really not doing that, right? We get frustrated. I was frustrated like that once. Well, twice. But here's a distinction that I want to give you to free you up, because all people that you bring into this business opportunity and in as consumers are not going to treat it the same way. So I'd like to give you a distinction tonight. In this business, we are in the business of duplication. And what that means is that you are taking what is workable and duplicatable and learning it yourself from your upline, who is your number one resource in your business, by the way. Even before customer service, you have an upline and they have an upline and they have an upline. So I urge you to know, who is it that brought you into the business? Who is the upline diamond? And who is your upline crown? Those are key leaders in the company that even before you call corporate, you have at your disposal. And I invite you to get to know those people and rely on them. But as you bring people in, they're going to behave differently. And so here's the name of the game. The people that are going to be the bulk of your business are people we call key players. And these key players are consumers and sometimes even brand partners who kind of behave more like consumers. But these are the people who shop every month. They've got smart orders in. They are loving the products. They love your posts. They're cheering you on. If you were a sports team, you would want these people filling the stadium, cheering your name and buying the jersey, okay? And these people really are the bulk of your organization. So don't be afraid to have key players. So know who your key players are and support them. But there's something called a key partner. And a key partner is someone who has said, you know what? I want more. I want to do more. I want to be more. I want to show up more. I want to take responsibility for the mission of the Real Food Revolution. I want to take responsibility for my portion of the Million Mom movement. And I'm going to show up to trainings. I'm going to share gift cards. I'm going to get in touch with my upline and ask questions. I am diligently building. This is a key partner. Jody Parker, you rock. Thanks for putting this in the chat. This key partner is now crucial to being a business forward relationship. If you want to make a difference in the world, share your gift card. If you want to compound the difference you make in the world, you need brand partners. Now, when you build that first key partnership, the goal is then to have that person duplicate. And their job is to duplicate themselves into others. And when that key partner develops for themselves 4 to 5 key partners under themselves, that person then becomes a key leg in your organization. Now, let me tell you about the translation of this. There's some industry materials written on this. For every leg you build, now remember, that's a key partner with their own key partners, right? When you build that key leg, this is where you start seeing your long-term residual money. 1 key leg equates to about a car payment in a month. 2 key legs, you're talking a house payment. 3 key legs, for many of us, could replace ordinary job income and salary. 4 key legs, you've established your own long-term residual wealth. You have now an organization that has a life and a pulse, and people are shopping and selling, and they're engaged, and this is the establishment of your wealth. But 5 key legs introduces you to the world of philanthropy, being philanthropic. And for many of us, it's our heart's desires to have the kind of abundance in our financial health and wealth to allow ourselves to be philanthropic. So keep this in mind. Now, does that mean as soon as you enroll 4 people, you now have a key leg under you? You know, you get a person and they've got 4? No, I wish it worked that way. But this is a bit of a numbers game, my friends. Thank you, Stephanie. This rocked my world, girl. This altered my existence to learn this a few years ago. But it's not just, hey, I got Yuki into the business and then Yuki put 4 people under her, so now she's my power leg. The truth is, I'm going to have to enroll more like 30 Yukis and then watch how they perform. And here's how the numbers can really go sometimes, my friends. Of 30 people, 10 are going to do nothing. I know, it sounds ridiculous. You think I'm lying to you. I understand. You will really have people come into this business, but then do nothing. And listen, we love them. We bless them. Your next 10 are going to do a little bit more than that. Your next 10 will do even more than that. And somewhere in there, you're going to find your runners. You're going to find the people that never want to put this opportunity down because they're touched in such a way that it's personal. I can't make you take responsibility for the Real Food Revolution. I can simply share it with you. But when you get to a place that you will take responsibility for yourself, you become a key partner. And that can last forever. It's as long as you stay inspired. So if you're new to the business, or heck, if you've been around for a few years, you might be looking at your business going, gosh, is it ever going to take off? Well, look at your first line of enrollments. Have you personally enrolled 30 people as brand partners in your level 1 under you? Then don't even get into your analytics yet. Don't start breaking your team apart. And don't definitely get into paralysis by analysis. Look at those numbers. Get 30 people in under you. Whether you're someone that has the ability of, with time freedom, to be in this business opportunity full time, or someone that says, Rebecca, I got an hour a day, 5 days a week, I can give this business. Fine. You're still going to go through the same methodologies. And we're going to get into more of that in a minute. However, you are the boss, and the buck literally stops with you. So it's important that you just keep swimming, right, Steph? It's important that you create your business hours that are your Purium Business working hours, and that you honor that, right? Like I said, my boys are 9 and 12, almost 13. I know that I'm doing this training tonight, or I know I'm going to be prospecting. I set them up. I make sure that dinner is done. I make sure that they have what they need. I make sure that everything is copacetic so that I can sit and work. And I'll tell you candidly, over the last 5 years, I hospiced both of my parents. I worked this business from the kitchen and the bathroom and hospital bedside and any place else, 10-minute increments at a time. In 10 minutes, you can copy a message to say, hey guys, I'm doing a group cleanse. It's starting this date. You want in? And you can send that to 20 people in 10 minutes if you're intentional. Now, there's follow-up, and I urge you, be a follow-upper, right? The devil's in the details. But you want to create that personal time, that professional time daily, and create personal development time daily. Now, your personal development might be making sure that you've had your own superfoods. Make sure you're caring for yourself. We are products of the product. Our testimonies matter. But there's also reading. There's also, and I'll share with you some books later, but there's our back office with iLearn, full of videos of knowledge and information. All right. Now, let me just look forward here and see. Let me talk about this right now too. If you're someone who's running for rank, would you put the number 2 down in the chat? Are you a rank runner? Are you running for consultant, director, executive, diamond, the colors of diamond, crown? Okay. Now, if you're someone who maybe you're in the business, but you're not so rank oriented, maybe you just want to stay profitable every month. Maybe you'd be happy with 10 to 20% growth month over prior month, over and over and over again. Put a 3 in the chat. Put a 3. Hey, I just want to develop a pace where I'm profitable. I just want to keep everything flowing. I'd be happy if in 90 days, every 90 days, I was hitting and moving ranks. Okay, great. I want to tell you something now called pace. Remember the word pace. Every month when you business plan, whether you're someone who's running for a rank or interested in your growth, it's important to be on pace. Sometimes the month gets started and we haven't even placed our order yet, and we're thinking about who we're going to prospect, and suddenly it's the 8th of the month and we're just getting our head on business. This sets us behind. Why? Because if you're someone who is running, whether it's for growth each month over month or for rank, you really are in business where you are building you're fulfilling the present and building the future. You need to have people purchasing from you today, as well as people in the pipeline for the future. And if you miss days, if you are inconsistent, then what you will notice is you create bottlenecks in your own business. So it's good to know, what are you here for number-wise? Are you here to be diamond, 15,000 points in a 30-month? That means 500 points a day, right? But maybe you just want to grow 15% over last month. Great. Understand what that means in your group volume and divide that by the number of days. So It's super easy. I can even do it lazy style like this. Siri, what's 9,000 divided by 31?
It's about 290.3225.
Great. So I take 290 and I write it on day 1 of my calendar. On my calendar. And on day 2, I write 580 because that's 290 plus 290. Okay. So I am tracking my numbers so that I can see, am I on pace? Some of you are running for consultant. Fine. How many days do you want to do that in? Do you want to take the whole month? Do you want to take 20 days, 15 days, 7 days? Take your number, take your numeric goal of rank or percent of growth, divide it by the days you're giving yourself. In this case, we're just using the business month, and put it on your calendar. I promise you something. If you will write this down and keep it present for yourself, you will see movement in your organization. Harvard did a study on the brain and manifestation with results. And here's what their studies showed. That what you write down, you are 50% more likely to accomplish than that which you do not write down. And what you write down and review daily, you are 200% more likely to accomplish it than that which you did not write down. So write it down, make it plain, put it up, see it. Start associating then names with those numbers. Hey, I'm gonna need 500 points by the end of day tomorrow. Great, who do I know? Who are the people that I'm gonna reach out to? This now drives your action plan. There are 2 ways that you want to be in action with your Purium business. One is passing out our gift cards to consumers. And I don't know about y'all, but I put my name and my number on the front of the card and then my gift card code on the back. And it's on me. I passed it out today. I passed it out today in the grocery store line. Someone was talking and doing her little grocery complaint. And I said, well, you know, because we're in Flint, Michigan, it's hard to get organic anything. I said, well, you know, I kind of cheat. And she said, how do you cheat? I said, I get my organic food from Southern California. She said, but isn't it age fast and get? And I said, oh, no. I have special organic non-GMO superfoods that I get. And she said, I want to hear about that. I said, well, I happen to have this right here. So I keep that on me so that I can constantly be sharing. And those people go to ishoppurium.com and they shop for what their goodies they're looking for, and they enter your code. And of course, all right, not sure what happened there. Hopefully I didn't lose much for long, but you get to put your people over. Thanks, Steph, appreciate that. You send your people to ishoppurium.com with your code, and that code, remember, is $50 off an order under $200 and purchases over $200. This converts to 25%. That's huge savings. Now, part 2, as I mentioned, if you really want to compound the difference you make, it's going to be by enrolling brand partners. And brand partners can go to puriumenrollment.com. We also have isharepurium.com. And these are great tools for people to check out. And you'll see we've got the launch pack for $199, but we have ways for them to get those packs for free right now if they purchase at certain volumes. So check that out and make sure that you are aware. Now, I'm going to tell you, I'm not just arbitrarily looking for consumers and brand partners. I share the Million Mom movement. And if you're on this call tonight, it's because you're part of the movement. You identify as a million, one of our million difference makers in the world. And we love that. We're grateful. The Million Mom movement is about education and awareness and empowerment and activism. It's actually a call to action. So when I share with the Million Mom movement, it comes from the heart that I have to make a difference. So I'm talking to people about food, and preservatives. I'm asking people how they're dealing with glyphosate. I invite them to the Fierce Friday calls. Do you guys know about Fierce Friday calls? Every Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, we have a 1-hour call. We have a hot topic. We talk about glyphosate. We share the petition that we have put together for General Mills, asking them to take glyphosate off the shelves immediately because it's in Cheerios. One of the biggest things we feed little tykes and our senior citizens. So invite people to Fierce Friday. We encourage you to start having conversations with people and even hosting events. You can host virtual events. You can, well, hopefully we'll be able to not have to distance as we social moving forward. But when that happens, you can have events in person, but you could also offer an outdoor screening of a film in your community: Poisoning Paradise, Game Changers, Secret Ingredients, Forks Over Knives. These are films that raise awareness, bring education and empowerment, but give you an open door. The other thing is sharing recipes. You know, this Friday, we have one of our council people, Toss is on the call, I believe, tonight. Give us a little love, Toss, if you're in here, because I'm on my cell phone. I can't see everybody. Toss is like the queen of recipes. And how many of us just want to know how to make food that isn't going to kill us anymore? We got so used to the foods that are harmful for us being second nature, we kind of don't know what a healthy recipe looks like unless it's chopped up cucumber. And then how long can you really eat chopped up cucumber? Toss is magic in the kitchen, and she's constantly showing us. There she is. Hi everyone, she says. Get to know Toss. Look out for her in the Million Mom Movement group page. She posts recipes, and that's a great way to connect with people. And that's the point, is to connect. It's not to talk at people, but to genuinely connect with people. So yes, Jody Parker is the queen, and so is Naeva, of taking their conversations and their stories and sharing them through social media. So many of us right now, social media has kind of saved everybody to be able to connect in the COVID-19 world. But it's a great opportunity to share your story, share your before and afters, share your favorite recipes, share someone else in your organization. This is a great time to invite others to be interviewed. And on your social media, go live with one of your friends. Talk about why you feel being one of the people in the Million Mom Movement is important. Share the petition. It can just start with taking our petition from the Million Mom Movement that is on ipetitions.com, and somebody here will be able to post that petition link. But you can just take that link and put it out and say, listen, I am now an activist for this cause. I believe we shouldn't be poisoned, and I believe we should know how to get the poison out of us. And I'm grateful to be part of an organization that is doing that. And please sign this petition. That petition alone, I had someone reach out to me today after sending it out. I post publicly on Facebook. So some stranger saw it and inboxed me. Thank God I looked in my laptop so I could see my other messages, and saw this person, and they said, well, I have a form of cancer, but it's not the one that is publicly identified right now and correlated to Roundup. So I'm just kind of out of luck, meaning I don't have financial recourse. Well, listen, they're paying out through the nose right now, Monsanto is, for the cause and effect of their toxins in people's health. But that's only the money. We don't want you to be sick. So you can tell people, look, I have financial recourse for you if you'd like to be an entrepreneur and activist, but I don't have a lawsuit type of recourse financially for you. But I do have a solution. I do have something that can take glyphosate out of your body by more than 70%. I do have the opportunity to share with you that which will help your child stop having eczema, as my boys did. In 60 days, their eczema was gone. So that Biomedic, Epigenius, Apothecary, that cocktail, our kids' immune shield, those are the things that you can really save a family and end their suffering. So leading with the movement really means leading with what matters to you. What is it that you want to see be different in the world? What do you wish would be different? Good. That's on your heart for a reason. For me, it's honestly, it's people as they age. It breaks my heart as a former executive from senior living. It breaks my heart that people live 50, 60 years making money, building a family, retiring, finally getting to a point where they can rest and their body's too raggedy to even enjoy it. They spend the last 15, 20 years of their life on medication and doctor supervision and in and out of hospitals. I find that to be offensive to the human spirit. So by all means, take what matters to you and go be the voice of that. Now, I see everybody on here doing some shares for connecting on Instagram. That is awesome. The petition, Nayeva just also posted the petition. Take that. Hashtag we are the Million Mom Movement. When you share that petition, hashtag we are the Million Mom Movement. And I invite you to take this and other links that are important. This is just kind of a trick of the trade, and create a note in your smartphone where you have your Purium links. You know, I have links to the Biomedic video. I have links to, you know, iShare and iShop, and I have links to the petition and training calls, so that as I'm talking to people who are potentially interested, or people who are already engaged with me as a consumer or brand partner, I'm ready to copy and paste at any time. Now, there are some things that we offer as a company, right? You can text Purium to the number 55678. You can get into iLearn. We have the Purium app. We have Amy and Dave. How cool is this? You have the owners of the company that you can talk to your prospects. Have people that are interested? Great. Invite them to Amy and Dave's calls. Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 3 p.m. I'm sorry, 11 a.m., 3 p.m. No, I'm going backwards. Monday at 3, Wednesday at 11 a.m., and Friday at 6 p.m. And those are Pacific. Those are Pacific times. We speak in Pacific terms. So translate into your own coast if you would. And then every Tuesday, Leslie's on. If you haven't been part of Leslie's training, I urge you, get on a Tuesday call. Our company has been working with Leslie over the last year plus, and she provides a fantastic mindset and posture and a lot of tools to help you expand and deepen your business. Now, I want to mention a few books that will be important that you may also want to consider. There is The Toxin That Came to Dinner, written by our own Dave Sandoval. The Green Foods Bible, also by Dave Sandoval. And there are two books really great for the business. Jody, thank you so much. You are so the bomb. Go Pro by Eric Warre. Eric is a legendary network marketing trainer and speaker. And his book, Go Pro, really does get you in the world of what does being a network marketing professional mean. And then lastly, The 4-Year Career by Richard Bliss Brooke, The 4-Year Career. All right. Now, I'm not sure exactly. Oh, that book changed everything for me. Yes, absolutely, Stephanie. All right, now we have about 15 minutes left before I close the call, and I really want to give the call to you. I think that sometimes we get afraid to ask questions or we forget to ask questions. So if you have a question you'd like to ask to be answered this evening, I would like you to raise your hand or just type it into the chat. Do you have a question? Thank you, Jody. Of course you will. My diva. I gotta tell you, the Million Mom Movement is driven by our council with all of the power of all of you in the field. And so you giving us feedback, you asking us questions, sharpens us, helps us better work together, and then give back to you even more. So Real privilege to be with my colleagues tonight that are on the council and all of you in the field. What are suggestions for getting out of a rut? I just feel blocked and I'm still learning. Well, here's the thing. Action kills fear. Action kills stagnation. So get in action. Now the question is, what action? The action you took just now is a really big one. You are getting in communication. So your upline is someone who, if you don't have a relationship with, build a relationship with. There may be other people in the company who inspire you. Start connecting. Ask for a conversation, because sometimes that rut, it can happen. And if you fret over it and just kind of dwell and wallow in it, it won't go away. But if you'll just allow it to be, but communicate and start getting in communication, the actions that will be right there. And yes, action every single day if you need to. So talk to someone. Hey, I'm stuck. I'm not inspired. I know in my head I wanna, but I kind of don't wanna. I don't think there's anybody that's an entrepreneur that won't understand that some days you just don't feel like it. And it's calling for you. It's your personal business. Great question, by the way. A lot of times we kind of fake the funk and act like you just have to be great all the time, happy all the time. It's really not the same way. And Monica Martinez, sorry your phone died. Definitely scroll up and take a look at those 4 books that we named. 2 of them are in your back office because they were written by our very own Dave Sandoval's. And yes, asking for help. The other thing is the company offers all of these calls so that you can stay connected. Before the COVID-19, we were having in-person events. Corporate was doing something every month. People were hosting healthy happy hours. That's not so much the case right now, but there are virtual events that are happening all the time. So ask around and get plugged into the groups also, depending on who your team is. But we've got transformation groups, we've got business support groups, we've got the Million Mom Movement group. So be connected, and that will also keep you educated and informed and aware and inspired. Oh, somebody just gave wisdom of the world. When you are up, when you are feeling up, reach down, and when you are down, reach up. Excellent, Kat. Kat's been around for a minute. All right, next question. I meet amazing candidates for brand partners that have had a negative experience with other network marketing companies. What would you recommend to do to share the opportunity besides joining the calls? Listen, this is where the relationships matter. I've had people, I was one. I swore that I would never do another network marketing company in my life. I swore, because I've been doing them since 1991, and it was just kind of all the same morass. But it was understanding this company to be different. It was understanding the products that were different. Why? And it was the relationships involved. So this is a relationship business. It's also important that you have people in the company that you can connect those prospects to. If you have a candidate, you can just simply be straight with people and say, listen, I don't blame you for being turned off of the industry. I don't blame you. There are a lot of companies with poor business practices. You don't want to be involved with them, but this company's different. And I don't want you to take my word for it. I want to introduce you. Would you be open to allowing me to introduce you? Listen, you guys, it's like dating. Sometimes people swear off never being in another relationship again because of what the last person did. That's one way you could look at things, but it really robs you the chance to fall in love again, doesn't it? And I invite people just like that. I talk to people the way I want to be spoken with. So ask your people, don't rob yourself. Are you really open to robbing yourself? Are you open to being introduced to something that could rock your world? And listen, I'm just asking to introduce you to someone and spend 15, 20 minutes on the phone with them. If at the end of that, you say this isn't for you, I love you anyway. I honor your choice. So those personal relationships really do matter. When I came into the business, there weren't a lot of these fandangled tools that we have today. And we did everything with what we called connect calls. And so it was asking everyone to jump on the 15 to 20 minute call and meet my upline and talk to them and let them speak. You know, there's an expression, and I'm sorry, I'm bouncing around between the chat and the screen. There's an expression in this industry, and that is, your contacts will believe you, but they will trust a third party. They'll believe you, but it is a third party that will speak, and they have credibility. I've put my best friends on to this opportunity, and they believe me. They saw the foods work for me. They've seen me heal and my son heal. They've seen my family. They know this stuff works for me, but there's something they don't trust about their friend telling them to get in the business. But then I put them on the phone with my upline, and in 15 minutes, my upline has given them a panoramic view of the opportunity. They've answered questions, resolved concerns, and even said, it's so cool that Rebecca's inviting you in because she's awesome. She's going to support you. So your upline has a chance to edify you in front of that candidate that you're talking to, and then give a really great, clean invitation. So what do you think, Sally? Now that you've heard this, would you be interested in joining us? And it's a really clean space. So develop those partnerships within the organization that you're part of and get the support you need in what we call connect calls. All right, did I miss a question? I've always hated the idea of pyramid schemes, or what I translated network marketing. Watching the people involved living their truth here, hearing their stories was huge. Listen, the greatest marketing and advertising people of our era will tell you we are in the era of stories selling. What else did Audrey say? Seeing the purity of Purium and their intentions and motives changed my mind. I was an I'll never person. Right, Audrey, I am so with you, girl. I was I never too. So yes, Jody, facts tell, stories sell. The same way that you were touched by something, the same way that something genuine touched you that brought you into this opportunity and has had you stay, is the same thing the world is looking for. The world is so over artificial. So the best thing I can tell you to do is be yourself. Talk straight. Listen, dude, I just want you to look at this video. It's 7 minutes, and then call me when you're done. That's it. Can I have 7 minutes? Ask people for their business. Ask people to take a chance with you. And let them know that no matter what they choose on the other side of giving you that time, you will honor them. And that doesn't change once they're on board, by the way. That's exactly how to nurture a consumer. That's exactly how to nurture a brand partner, is listening to them, but inviting them into your world. You happen to have tasted something. You happen to see something. You're inviting them. And yes, Jody, learn while you earn, and earn while you learn. Yeah, oh, that was Nayeva, sorry. Yes, sorry. It's an amazing experience to support your friend by introducing them to someone who has been doing this longer than you. Look, I know there's a bunch of smarty pants on this call right now, and us smarty pants want to learn everything, get really good at it, then get into action. This is not that life, y'all. This is not that life. This is a get in it, start rowing and paddling, and then you'll see the sights, taste the flavors, smell the smells. And as you learn and you're sharing, you're earning, and you're inspiring people. I've got people on this call that are in my downline and have known me over the years. I wasn't this several years ago, right? They can see my testimony develop, and that's what's inspiring, is seeing real people change and grow and heal. All right, we've got just a couple more minutes left. Let me make sure. Do you have build the plane as you fly? I love that, Stephanie. And don't be afraid to ask for help. Follow the systems that work, yes, and are duplicatable. All right, let me take one more question. Anybody have one more question? Think about what's in your way right now. If you have something in your way, or think about the cusp of growth that you're on. If you're at that cusp of growth, and we're all always at a cusp of growth, but think about what's in your way and what do you have that you'd like to talk about. Aneshka says, I challenged myself today to reach out to mothers who I felt called joining, and so far one is interested. Nice, absolutely. And oh, time management. Okay, good. Let's definitely do this one to wrap up our evening. This could just, I know, I can do this all day too, right? This is why being part of these calls are really important. So now you know, this is our third Wednesday of the month business training. And Friday is Fierce Friday. Hold on. So excited I choked myself. Dude. Okay. Bring it back together. All right. Okay. So listen, I happen to teach a program all about time management as a life coach. So here's a distinction I would really love to give you, and that's time blocking. Many of us are homeschooling this year for the first time. I've been homeschooling since 2005, but some of us are homeschooling for the first time. Yes, Jody's indicating a child in the background. Prop number one, right. So some of us are homeschooling for the first time. Some of us are having to work from home for the first time. There's a lot of dynamic in the world right now. But no matter what the dynamic is, time blocking is an awesome way to manage. And it's customizable. You can change it every day. Hold on. So make a list each day of what there is to accomplish. And consider the priorities of those things. And with those things in priority, look at your calendar for the day. I'm a write it out girl because I told you the Harvard brain thing. I like to exercise. Anything that can help me, I'll take it. So I like to write down. Some people like the digital calendar, but time block. If from 9 to noon is going to be homeschool, do that and follow that time block. And if 12 to 12:30 is then a break, but at 12:30 to 1:30 is your 1 hour of Purium business, then honor that 1 hour and identify who are the leads, who are the prospects, who are the candidates, who are the people you care about, what's the target that you're out to reach during that 1 hour, and then turn it off. I'm going to tell you who I love and respect more than anybody on this, and she probably doesn't even know, and that's Stephanie Dawn, our chairperson for the council. Stephanie is for real. Like, her time is blocked. If you can get in there, great. If you can't, get it on another day, because that block, whatever it is, noon to 4 for Purium, that's what she really honors. I have to honor things like that. I'm a single mom. I'm at home. I'm doing my business. I have a clinic. I'm a holistic health practitioner, so I have an office that I'm in a couple days a week, which means those are not my homeschooling days. So homeschooling days have to happen on the other days. So I time block everything. And if what I've given myself is, 2 hours for a task, then I honor that. If I get done early and I want to move something up, great. But sometimes if I get something done early, then I consider it my reward to not have to put something else into that block. Or if I do, have it be some self-care, or have it be something that with an extra bonus time with my kids. But time blocking is one of the best ways to keep yourself honest with your time. Is that meaning to talk to others for joining or anything Purium related? Yes, for me, that is anything Purium related, Valerie. So I have my business calls. I'm on a leadership call Monday nights at 8. My team also has a team training Monday nights at 9. So I have 90 minutes on Monday night. I know that's training for Purium. Fierce Fridays, Friday at 2 p.m. for 1 hour. I'm not missing Fierce Friday. So I know that that's there. I know that during the week, I need to put some social media out there. I need to pick up the phone and call some people. I need to send some texts and messenger messages out to say, hey, I'm doing a group cleanse, or hey, did you notice this thing that we have, buy 3, get 1 free, or whatever my thing is, my approach, my campaign, my conversation to put out for Purium, that's when I do that. And there are times that people get in touch with me when I'm outside of that block and they send a message back. And I have to answer with integrity for what's happening right now. Can I really take that right now? Or do I need to say, sorry, can we talk tomorrow around 3 p.m. because that's my next block for that commitment? It takes some time to develop the finesse around time blocking and time management. But this is one of, I think, the biggest things that we can do ourselves a favor with, because it's keeping organized. And without being organized, we can't be productive. And a business is all about productivity. Heck, your household is like a business. It needs to be sustainable for the long run and profitable. It has to have teamwork and camaraderie. There needs to be someone in management, right? Even your home is a form, an extension of the business that you have to handle in life. And again, Tuesday night training with Leslie Zahn is really important, because you might get some tips and techniques out of those trainings that will allow you to work more efficiently. Let me just look at this chat one more time. May I hire you for a time blocking coaching session? Definitely feel free to reach out. If you have questions, I'm happy to work with you. I'll tell you one of the things that, and Jody just put it, if there's anything that you want to be doing for your Purium time, there's your training time, but then there's what we call IPAs. It's your income producing activities. You can get a calendar, you can fill out your monthly strategy sheet, you can put all the numbers that I told you to put, and you can get your desk clean and have your sharpest pencils. But if you don't actually talk to another person, that will not produce income for you. All that other stuff is just preparation to get into income producing action mode. But you need to take the actions that actually will result in income. That's ultimately what's going to bless you. And if any of you want to reach out through social media, Facebook or Instagram, I am Rebecca L. Johns, HHP. So feel free, follow along. I post, I tag, I share, and I'm here as an expression of my commitment to the real food revolution and Purium Health products and the work we do as the Million Mom movement. So I want to thank everyone for being in attendance. Remember, this is the third Wednesday every month, and next month we are going to be coached by the queen, y'all. Stephanie Dawn, our chairwoman of the Million Mom movement, is going to be leading this conversation next month. I always win when I listen to her trainings, and I know you will too. So feel free to connect. Rebecca L. Johns, HHP. Rebecca L. Johns, HHP. Jody, would you drop that in the thing real fast? I know a couple people are getting me, but I know it's might not be spelled properly. Rebecca L. Johns, HHP. That's my handle, Facebook and Instagram. Feel free to connect, follow along. Let me know how it's going for you. Let me know what you take on from this training and love. But we have completed our 1 hour. I bless all of you to go forth and multiply. You deserve to shine. Have a great Wednesday night, y'all. Remember, Wednesday night lifestyle transformation call is happening in 30 minutes with Dave and Amy. So join us for that too.